Hello and welcome to Beyond Borders Briefing, where we bring you the latest news and analysis on the world's most pressing issues. In today's episode, we'll be talking about the escalating conflict between Ukraine and Russia, and how it affects the international community. On Wednesday, September 22, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky addressed the Canadian Parliament, praising the country's commitment to defending freedom and thanking Prime Minister Justin Trudeau for his support. Trudeau announced that Canada would provide $650 million Canadian dollars in aid for Ukraine over the next 3 years, including some 50 armored vehicles and training for F-16 pilots. Zelensky's visit to Canada came after he met with U.S. President Joe Biden in Washington earlier this week, where he secured a $60 million military aid package and a promise of more sanctions on Russia if it continues its aggression. Zelensky's diplomatic tour comes amid a tense situation in eastern Ukraine and Crimea, where Russia has been waging a hybrid war since 2014, when it illegally annexed the southern Ukrainian peninsula and backed separatist rebels in the Donbas region. On Tuesday, September 21, Ukraine claimed that it had carried out a successful missile strike on the headquarters of Russia's Black Sea Navy in Crimea, destroying several buildings and causing heavy casualties. Videos on social media showed thick smoke billowing from the naval base in Sevastopol, where a Russian submarine reportedly suffered catastrophic damage. Ukraine said that it used a type of cruise missile, Storm Shadow, supplied by Britain and France. This was the latest in a series of attacks by Ukraine on Crimea this month, which also targeted a Russian air defense system and a ship and a submarine in a dry dock. Russia condemned the Ukrainian strikes as acts of terrorism and vowed to retaliate. It also accused NATO of providing weapons and intelligence to Ukraine, and warned that it would not tolerate any further provocations. The international community has expressed concern over the rising tensions in the region, and called for dialogue and restraint. The UN Security Council held an emergency meeting on Wednesday to discuss the situation, but failed to agree on a joint statement due to Russia's veto power. The war in Ukraine has killed more than 13,000 people and displaced millions since 2014. Despite several ceasefire agreements, the fighting has continued sporadically along the front line. Zelensky has said that he is ready to meet with Russian President Vladimir Putin to negotiate a peaceful solution, but Putin has so far refused to do so. What do you think about the Ukraine-Russia conflict? How can it be resolved? What role should Canada and other countries play in supporting Ukraine? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And that's all for today's episode of Beyond Borders Briefing. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more news and analysis from around the world. See you next time.